Hey, check, is this thing on? Hey, how's it going? Oh my god, hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Clammy Pubes rewrites his old videos in a desperate attempt to stay relevant. I'm kidding, but only a little bit. Today we are diving into silly things that owners of European motorcycles say. Not things that European motorcyclists say, because that video might go something like, Sacre bleu, my Ducati, she is so divine. Have you ever seen such a beautiful machine? And if I were to make such a video, it would surely cause some consternation and anger among the community, as I would undoubtedly step on some toes. And we don't want to lose any more toes around here, do we? Kung Pao reference? Anyone? Did I just date myself? No, this video is what owners of European bikes might say to you while you're out there on the streets. In case you're wondering, I put out a video not too long ago, actually I think it was like 3 years ago, wow, time flies, that described the things that owners of European bikes might say. It was a high-effort post where I acted out the scenes. I'll include it in the link description below, but I thought it deserves a bit more attention than our last attempt. Now, before we get going on today's video, you already know you gotta hit up Ridge Wallets for supporting the channel and giving it some love. Ridge Wallet makes a mean, minimal wallet that's all the rage, and I mean, for God's sake, even Anthony Fantano from the Needle Drop, the #1 wallet salesman, has one. And the only way we can beat Anthony Fantano is if you guys pick up more wallets from me. Now, I'm not saying I have a wallet blood feud with Anthony, but I need you guys to buy more wallets from me, because if I don't beat Anthony and assert dominance as the true melonhead of YouTube, then by God, what is this even all about? What have we been working towards? Anyways, the Ridge makes a fine wallet. Check my Instagram to learn how to enter to win a free one, or hit the link in the description below and use the code Yammie to get yourself 10% off. Let's destroy Anthony Fantano and be the #1 Ridge Wallet salesman. Code Yammie at checkout, 10% off. Go. Smash that subscribe button too while you're at it, and let's get going on this Eurobro lifestyle. So, what do I mean by owners of European bikes? Well, it's the guy or gal who chose to swing a leg over something like a Triumph, a Ducati, or maybe even an MV Agusta. It's the sort of dude who saw the reliability, performance, and overall dominance of Japanese Big Four motorcycling and said, LMAO, that's for pros, I need to get something sick. They looked at the price tag and said, personal finance goals be damned, I need to flex on these dudes at my local meetup and roll up on a $40,000 motorcycle that I can't ride. And so, they arrived with a 205 horsepower carbon fiber missile that's technically owned by the bank at a 12.99% interest rate, because honestly, anything less would have been irresponsible. The only way to assert true dominance is to own such a machine. I mean, truthfully, how else can you pretend to be a MotoGP champ on the street if you don't have such a prized machine? And the only way to get a monstrous and perfect two-wheeled concoction is to have an excellent relation with your dealer. The dealer is going to be the only authorized seller of anything you might need from your machine. If you buy it from any other source, Rossi himself is going to have to come upon you and tell you, you have to push a Veriad. We don't know why he says that. Rossi works in mysterious ways. You know this, I know this, we can only interpret his word, not understand it verbatim. Now, those of you who are cost conscious, aka the poor, you might not understand such a nuanced and complicated relationship with the dealership. Sure, a pro such as yourself might see it as sadomasochistic, perhaps even bordering on some kinky BDSM sort of thing. They might have sold you on the $600 monthly checkup program where you bring your bike in and Jimmy, the all-knowing tech and seer from the Rossi Promised Land, anoints it with the blood of Lemmy from Revzilla and allows you to commit more knee-dragging blessings on the street. True Yammie fans will also recognize the deep desire and need for bulk Ducati Biscotti orders from the dealership, because you know Costco ain't gonna have such a premium product. Also, fun fact, the Ducati Biscotti meme was born in that old video of mine. Don't believe me? Go watch it. Also, another fun fact, the Ducati Biscotti meme came from a 959 test ride I did where they literally had Ducati branded Biscottis and espressos ready to go after the ride. I swear on Rossi's 10th potential championship. Anyway, the true Euro bike owner knows that the $40,000 entry price point, the $600 monthly checkups, and the rest of it is merely the price of entry. Insurance on such a prized machine will likely run deep into the 5 digits for the year, especially if you have such a decorated street riding career as your Yam. If you can't swing such an expense, well then why are you even considering that Eurobike life? Go back to your dirty pearl Japanese dealership and buy a reasonably priced last year model R1 for all I care. Your kind are not welcome here. Now, of course, a very common consideration when buying a European steed is the service intervals, and while Eurobros across the globe will agree with great delight in telling you that Ducati service intervals are now reasonably in line with major manufacturers. It wasn't too long ago that they needed a major service every 6,000 miles. Rumor has it certain Aprilia models needed entire engine rebuilds every 5,000 miles, and legend has spoken that MV Agustas basically needed complete overhauls every 500 miles. Now, of course, all of these are confirmed facts and don't need any further scrutiny, so let's just chalk it up to the absolute truth and get this video moving at a comfortable 200 miles per hour. The main delight in owning and operating a European steed, of course, as mentioned in our previous video, is the childlike state of wonder and imagination that comes with riding something as absolutely refined and crisp as a Triumph Daytona 675R. Sure, that might be an oil leak on the brand new bike with less than 10,000 miles, but does it really matter? Does anything matter when you go full tuck and experience the absolutely loin-tickling induction sound a triple cylinder mill makes at over 12,000 RPM? I think not. The other issue that cost-conscious, penny-pinching, financially challenged people have among us is not being able to support the purchase of at least 12 Ducati loafers per month, along with several t-shirts telling the world that you're a Ducatista, or perhaps a few keychains detailing the fact that you like spending a metric buttload of money on a bright red loud money pit that has two wheels that rip through rubber like a 17-year-old who just found out that Trojans aren't for sneaking in soldiers into a Greek city. Or maybe you really do just want to buy a year's supply of Ducati Biscotti and espresso cups from the store, because we all know that espresso cups are a single-use object. You drink from them and then you hurl them at your local Japanese motorcycle rider, because God forbid anyone be near you with such insolence and ridiculously lesser than motorcycling. And I don't mean a person from Japan. I mean a person who owns a Japanese motorcycle. Oh, you might have thought that this video would leave out our favorite orange Austrian motorcycle manufacturer, KTM, like I normally do. Or maybe you thought I'd leave out the prized BMW GSADV Starbucks bro. But your Yam has never let you down, has he? As I recall, Yammie Noob only goes up in subscribers, in watch time, in literal vertical distance from the ground. I'm still the only motovlogger to take flight. So do with that information what you will. No, the Euro squid who chose KTM or a BMW or even a Triumph Tiger for their ADV experience isn't a snob. They just recognize that ADV offerings from Japanese brands truly are garbage. I mean, if you don't have a 1290cc twin belting out over 150 horsepower in an adventure bike, can you even go on an adventure? Please don't at me with that pearl garbage. Get a proper European adventure bike. Are there even mountains in Japan? I didn't think so. Now, you might think that when you spend such ungodly sums of money on a two-wheeled machine, it will run impeccably. They will operate with the precision and sophistication that only thousands of hours in experience and millions of dollars of R&D can buy. But you are forgetting. Your fateful mistaken judgment is that the Eurobike comes with the bonus character package from the factory. This add-on, free of charge I might add, allows you to give your bike all the quirks you'd expect from a beautiful Eurobro experience. You get things like gear levers falling off, oil leaks, bar ends falling off, mirrors vibrating out of place, and hell, if you're lucky, you might even get bestowed with what we in the biz call a super cool random ECU failure, which is always neat. The thing you need to keep in mind when owning a Eurobike is you can't buy the standard option. It's a little known fact, but there aren't actually standard editions of European motorcycles, merely holograms for pros to believe they could afford it one day. Seriously, when was the last time you're in a Ducati dealership? Did you see any normal V4s, or were they all true patrician V4Ss and V4Rs? Exactly. New BMW S1000RR, only M editions available. Count on it. Stop by your local Japanese dealership and see how many R1s they have that are standard. They know their customer base. That's why. Standard Daytona 675R? I've never seen one. Ever. And since I have never seen one in person with my own eyes, they obviously can't exist. You might think that I'm being preferential to the track day or race bike crowd, but be forewarned, my gaze and visage will not even adorn the factory cafe or scrambler rider. The Yammie Kingdom does not recognize those who willingly overpay for a lifestyle product versus a proper motorcycle with real performance and no frills. We will not even entertain the notion that someone could be happy with a bike that's comfortable, looks cool, and can be enjoyed in a variety of situations. I've said it once and I will say it again, Turbo Busa or die! Now thanks again for watching this video, my sweet little yams. What do you think? Are owners of European bikes just a different breed of rider, or are they so far beyond our normie form of comprehension that we can't even conceive of what a crispy throttle feels like? Let me know in the comments below. I always love hearing from you. Of course, before we wrap up today's episode, if you're feeling left out of the Eurobike phenomenon, fear not, because your Yam has you covered and wants to impart some love onto you. If you haven't seen it yet, we have a brand spanking new KTM RC390 ready to be given away to a lucky winner through our Patreon. Now, I know what you're thinking, Papa, I can't believe you set up a pay-to-play scheme to give away a bike, but surprise, you can send me a postcard for free to get entered to win. Hit the link in the description below to learn how you can get entered to win. And the coolest part about this giveaway is that it's going to come with a $1,000 gear giveaway. So even if you're a brand spanking new motorcyclist, you can ride confidently and get geared up. So check it out in the description below, click the link and learn more. And thanks again to Ridge for supporting this episode in the channel. Go check them out in the description below as well. Let's beat Anthony Fantano. Thanks again for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. See you later. Fact: in 1963, Major League Baseball pitcher Gaylord Perry remarked, "They'll put a man on the moon before I hit a home run." On July 20th, 1969, an hour after Neil Armstrong set foot on the surface of the moon, Perry hit his first and only home run while playing for the San Francisco Giants. Sounds like the dude should have bought a lotto ticket. Just kidding, the lotto is a tax on the poor. Goodbye.